It's so wonderful to be back in North Carolina. Thank you all. It is so good to see you. And thank you. And I want to thank this is an auditorium packed with incredible leaders, and I thank you all for taking the time this Sunday afternoon with all that you have going on. I thank you. I thank you. Thank you all. I want to also thank State Senator Smith, State Senator Hunt, your next Lieutenant Governor, Congressman Davis, a proud graduate of ECU, and let's elect Josh Stein as your next governor. And he and Governor Cooper are not here today because they've been working around the clock dealing with the hurricane recovery efforts. And we want to always thank them and all the incredible local, state, and federal leaders who have been working together for North Carolina. I was here 8 days ago in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, and since then, of course, another powerful storm, Hurricane Milton, cut a path of destruction through Florida. And our hearts, I know, all of us, and our prayers go out to everyone who's been impacted by these storms. I have spoken to both state and local officials, both Republican and Democrat, to let them know we will be with you every step of the way as you recover. Because in times like this, we stand together as one nation. That is who we are. So, North Carolina, we have 23 days until Election Day, and we are nearing the home stretch. We are nearing the home stretch. Now listen, let me just say, I know we are really excited to see each other. I couldn't be more excited to see everybody here, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a tight race until the very end. And we are running as the underdog, so we have some hard work ahead of us, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. And with your help in 23 days, we will win. We will win. We will win. Yes, we will. We will win. So what we know, and here's why. One of the reasons is that we all know, and we are gathered here together, because we know this election really is about two very different visions for our nation. One, his focused on the past, the other, ours, focused on the future. Ours is a campaign focused on issues that matter, for example, to working families across America, like bringing down the cost of living, investing in small businesses and entrepreneurs. How many small business owners do we have here? Thank you. We are focused on protecting reproductive freedom. We are focused on keeping our nation secure. But none of that is what we hear from Donald Trump. Instead, from him, we are just hearing from that same old tired playbook. He has no plan for how he would address the needs of the American people. He is only focused on himself. And he's not, but here's the thing, North Carolina, and he's not being transparent with the voters. He's not being transparent. So check this out. He refuses to release his medical records. I've done it. Every other presidential candidate in modern era has done it. He is unwilling to do a 60 Minutes interview. Like every other major party candidate has done for more than half a century. He is unwilling to meet for a second debate. And here's the thing, it makes you wonder, why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question, are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America? Is that what's going on? So folks, for these reasons and so many more, it is time to turn the page. It is time to turn the page because America is ready to chart a new way forward, ready for a new and optimistic generation of leadership, which is why Democrats, Independents, and Republicans are supporting our campaign. Because they and we know we need a president who works for all the American people. And that has been the story of my entire career. I have only ever had one client, the people. As a young courtroom prosecutor, I stood up for women and children against predators. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks and delivered $20 billion from middle-class families who faced foreclosure. I stood up for veterans and students being scammed by the big for-profit colleges. I've stood up for workers being cheated out of the wages they were due. Stood up for seniors facing elder abuse. And as president, it is my pledge to you that I will always fight for all the American people. And together, we will build a brighter future for our nation. And that future includes building what I call an opportunity economy, where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed. Under my economic plan, we will bring down the cost of housing and help first-time home buyers with a $25,000 down payment assistance. We will expand Medicare to cover home health care for seniors, so more seniors can live at home with dignity, and give more support to the sandwich generation, to those of you who are raising young children and taking care of your parents. And look, I just have to say something about home health care and the need that I know so many people have for help. Look, so when my mother was sick, after she had been diagnosed with cancer, I took care of her. And for those of you who have taken care of somebody who needs that kind of help, it's about trying to cook something that they have a taste for and want to eat. It's about trying to find something that they can wear that is not irritating their skin and is soft enough. It's about trying from time to time to figure out something you can do to just bring a smile to their face or make them laugh, right? It's the work that is about giving folks dignity. But far too many people on this issue of home health care, if you need the support to give that care to your family member, it means either paying down and losing as much as you can to be able to afford to have Medicaid, or having to leave your job, which means cutting off a very important part of your income, just to give people in your life the dignity and the support they deserve. That's why I'm saying we're going to have Medicare cover that home health care to help you. To help you. We will lower costs, including on everything from health care to groceries. I will take on corporate price gouging. I've done it before and I'll do it again. I will give a middle-class tax cut to 100 million Americans, including $6,000 during the first year of your child's life, knowing that the vast majority of parents have a natural desire to parent their children well, but not always the resources to be able to do it. And so extending the child tax credit to $6,000 to give folks the ability to be able to buy that car seat or that crib in that most fundamental phase of their child's development. So all this to say, I will always put the middle class and working people first. I come from the middle class, and I will never forget where I come from. Now, Donald Trump, well, he has a different plan. Just Google Project 2025. It is a detailed and dangerous blueprint for what he will do if he is elected president. Donald Trump will give billionaires and corporations massive tax cuts, cut Social Security and Medicare, make it easier for companies to deny overtime pay for workers. He would get rid of that $35 cap on insulin for seniors. He would impose what I call a Trump sales tax, a 20% tax on everyday basic necessities, which will cost the average American family $4,000 more a year. And on top of all of this, Donald Trump intends to end the Affordable Care Act. And he has no plan to replace it. Did you see the debate? He has concepts of a plan. So he's going to threaten the health insurance coverage of 45 million people based on a concept? Come on. And take us back to when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You know where I'm going. Well, we are not going back. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because we will move forward. Ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to be able to make decisions about her own body and not have her government telling her what to do. Because we know Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. And now, more than 1 in 3 women in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban, including right here in North Carolina. Many of these bans have no exceptions even for rape and incest, which is immoral to tell a survivor of a violation to their body that they have no right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That's immoral. And let us agree, one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree it shouldn't be the government telling her what to do, not the government. If she chooses, she will talk with her priest, her pastor, her rabbi, her imam, but not the government telling her what to do. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. And North Carolina, across our nation, I'm telling you, I'm traveling, we are witnessing a full-on assault on other hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. So much is on the line in this election, and this is not 2016 or 2020. The stakes are even higher because a few months ago, the United States Supreme Court basically told the former president that he would effectively be immune from whatever he does in office. But let's think about that. You know, y'all have heard me say, I do believe Donald Trump is an unserious man. But the effects of him being back in the White House would be brutally serious. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails. He who has vowed, if reelected, he would be a dictator on day one. That he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. He has called for the, quote, termination. Wait, hold on, because here's the thing. Let's let the courts handle that, and let's handle November. We'll handle November. How about that? Because listen, here's why, this is what we know. Anybody who wants to be President of the United States, who has called for the, quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States, should never again have the ability to stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. And the people who know him best know it. His former national security advisor, 2 of his former defense secretaries, his former chief of staff in the White House, his own vice president, have all warned America Donald Trump is unfit to serve. Or just listen most recently to what we heard General Milley said. General Milley, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs under Donald Trump, it was just reported, he said, quote, "No one has ever been as dangerous to this country," in referring to Donald Trump. Think about that. Think about that. And we can already see the harm he's up to as a candidate. Most recently, spreading disinformation in the wake of natural disasters. Blocking real solutions that would stop drug cartels from crossing the border when he tried to kill and did that border security deal. Because you see, Donald Trump cares more about scaring people, creating fear, running on a problem, instead of what real leaders do, which is to participate in fixing problems. Well, I care about fixing problems. And And as President of the United States, I will be focused each and every day on solving problems that affect you and your family. So North Carolina, it all comes down to this. We are here together this Sunday afternoon because we know what is at stake. We are here together this Sunday afternoon because we love our country. We love our country. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. We love our country. And I do believe it is one of the highest forms of patriotism to then fight for the ideals of our country and to fight to realize the promise of America. The promise of America. So Election Day is in 23 days, and in just 4 days, early voting will begin statewide. Starting Thursday, you can go to the polls and cast your ballot. If you haven't already registered to vote, you could do it right then and there. Register to vote and vote. And so now is the time to make your plan to vote. And if you've not received your ballot in the mail, look for it, because if you have, I would like you to fill it out right away. Please don't wait. Because to my friends, I say, look, the election is here. The election is here. And remember always that your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. Is your power. And so, North Carolina, today I then ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America?